time this video is posted, we'll probably be in a new place. So, if anybody's hearing like loud noises, banging, hollering and shit in the background, that's our neighbor. In our old place.
You need to convince them. We've got to run. The Darkspawn are coming.
Apparently don't know that there are other people living in this building.
I saw them. We're gonna die.
I apologize, Warden. He's been like this ever since they found him in the wilds.
What's wrong?
Aside from his wounds, we're not sure. His blood is untainted. He's just terrified.
You can feel it, can't you?
Spoiler,
They take
he is
the
right.
land, turn it black and sick. Oh, you can feel it inside. They'll come out of that forest and spread.
He is.
Like caterpillars covering a tree. They'll swallow us whole.
That's quite enough out of you. You need to calm yourself, my good man.
They were everywhere. I saw them.
I remember the first time that I played this and, like, came up to this guy and he started talking about that stuff. I was like, well, maybe he's kind of right. Maybe you shouldn't, you know, blow him off. Like fucking medical people do in reality.
You there?
Blowing people off that need help.
It's Pick, sir.
Go tell Turn Logain that the war party's ready to begin scouting. We'll send word if we find anything amiss.
Yes, sir. Right away, sir.
Let's go stretch into the Ash Warrior.
Maker's Breath, another elf. What do you want? Not in particular, except for them being so thin-boned. You make good messengers sometimes. Is there something you wanted? We have no time for idle chatter. We aren't. We're Ash Warriors. Our training has been passed down since Lathias the Dwarf Son first harnessed the battle rage of the dwarves. It is an old tale.
I like stories.
I am no bard, but I will do my best. Lathias was a claimed tribesman. Some said he was too short to be a warrior, but he was strong and fierce. His chieftain sent him to the dwarves of Orzammar to negotiate an alliance, where he fell in love with the king's daughter, Skya, and brought her back to his tribe. She taught Lathias to use the dwarven battle wrath to summon his strength and ignore all pain. Lathias then taught this to the Clane, who made him their chieftain. Lathias' prowess earned him the love of Morriganna.
These guys are
beautiful
trained to be
chieftain of
dwarf
another
berserkers.
tribe. When Skya learned of his seduction, she returned to her people. Lathias was grieved. He sent Morriganna away, but this only vexed her, and began a long war between their tribes. In the end, Lathias slew Morriganna in single combat. However, his wounds were great, and he perished when the rage ended. The dwarves came from Orzammar that day, and gave Lathias an honoured burial in the mountains. And we live by his teachings, even today.
I like the Ash Warrior. An interesting legend.
It was an honor.
For telling.
My thanks. There is hunting to be done, and I'll not be kept from it.
Tell you what, people I love having in my party at the same time, because they're fucking hilarious together. Ogren and Zevran. I love those two so much. They make me giggle. Oh. That's fine.
Not abandon us in our darkest hour. Watch over the valiant King Kaelin and guide him as he faces his terrible.
Ha ha ha, Ogren is a riot.
Look carefully, men.
This wretched thing is a darkspawn. They're strong,
It is done.
I love the guy.
kind, and smart. But don't listen to those old wives' tales. They can be killed.
This is supposed to be the battle that sends the dark.
I do too. I absolutely adore Ogren.
The war before me is not.
Getting drunk and saying that
I
your
never
dog
trusted
is
Zevran.
pants.
There are lots of darkspawn, different kinds. We're getting reports of things we've never...
Like his romance is
Soldiers
kind of
of
a
Ferelden,
little on the sad
my
side.
sisters and gentlefolk, we stand here on the eve of battle.
Like at first he's like, oh yeah, a good time, and then eventually he starts falling in love with you, and like it scares him a little bit. So he kind of,
Task
steps away
complete.
from
On to the next.
the growing relationship and is like, well, okay, give me some time. Let me sort out my feelings and...
What is it now? Haven't Grey Wardens asked more than enough of the Circle?
I simply came to deliver a message from the revered mother, Sir Mage. She desires your presence.
What her reverence desires is of no concern to me. I am busy helping the Grey Wardens, by the King's orders, I might add.
Should I have asked her to write a note?
Tell her I will not be harassed in this manner.
Yes, I was harassing you by delivering a message.
Your glibness does you no credit.
Here I thought we were getting along so well. I was even going to name one of my children after you. The Grumpy One.
Enough. I will speak to the woman if I must. Get out of my way, fool.
You know, one good thing about the Blight is how it brings people together.
You're a very strange
You're not the
person.
first to tell me that. Wait, we haven't met, have we? I don't suppose you happen to be another mage.
Would that make your day
Hardly. I
worse?
just like to know my chances of being turned into a toad at any given moment. Wait, I do know who you are. You're Duncan's new recruit, the Dalish. I should have recognized you right away. I apologize.
How could you recognize
Duncan
me?
sent word. He spoke quite highly of you.
I swear
Allow
I
me to
felt a
introduce myself.
1,000
I'm
fangirl
Alistair,
scream when
the
Alistair
new Grey
showed up.
Warden. Though I guess you knew that. As the junior member of the Order, I'll be accompanying you when you prepare for the joining.
What? When?
Right, that was the name. You know, it just occurred to me that there have never been many women in the Grey Wardens.
I did not
wonder
heard it,
why
I
that
felt
is.
it.
Oh. It's funny, because I wasn't fangirling at all.
Everyone
not-
loves
I
this
don't-
guy.
Since Inquisition, I don't... That's because he's adorable and a sweetheart. I prefer Cullen over Alistair. Not more women in the world.
Would that be so terrible? Not that I'm some drooling lecher or anything. Please stop looking at me like that. So I'm curious. Have you ever actually encountered
Give me
Darkspawn
Morrigan all the
before?
way.
She's in Inquisition.
I've only fought them once up close. And that was before the battles here started, which Duncan has
I
kept
know.
me out of so far.
But you can't romance
Tell me.
her.
Did you find them as monstrous as I did? You'll be at an advantage then. Most new recruits have never even
Yeah,
seen
sadly.
Darkspawn. Anyhow, whenever you're ready, let's get back to Duncan. I imagine he's eager to get things started.
I like Morgan as a friend, but trying to romance her is a pain in the ass because she either doesn't take anything seriously or takes it too seriously and gets fucking offended. And I'm like, look.
With the mage, the circle is here at the king's request, and the chantry doesn't like that one bit. They just love letting mages know how
Instead, you can
unwelcome
romance
they are,
Baldy the magic
which puts
wolf.
me in a bit of an awkward position. I was once a Templar.
Oh god, fuck Solus. I romanced him once. Once.
I'm sure the revered mother meant it as an insult,
And that was
sending
more
me
than
as her
enough for
messenger, and the mage picked right up on that. I never would have agreed to deliver it, but Duncan says we're all to cooperate and get along. Apparently they didn't get the same speech. You do? Huh, that's a switch. If you have any questions, let me know. Otherwise, lead on.
It's kind of ironic that I hate the Solus romance so much. Because I do have a soft spot for Fen Harel. Like, I don't think he deserved the shit he gets. I mean, I get why, but I don't think he deserves it. You know, he was doing his best to protect the people, and like everyone is afraid of him, and he's a traitor, and this and that, and I'm like, I just feel bad for him. But I hate Solus. Fucking hate Solus.
You found Alistair, did you? Good. I'll assume you're ready to begin preparations. Assuming, of course, that you're quite finished riling up mages, Alistair.
What can I say? The revered mother ambushed me. The way she wields guilt, they should stick her in the army.
She forced you to sass the mage, did she? We cannot afford to antagonize anyone, Alistair. We don't need to give anyone more ammunition against us.
You're right, Duncan. I apologize.
Now then, since you're all here, we can begin. You four will be heading into the Kocari Wilds to perform 2 tasks. The first is to obtain 3 vials of darkspawn blood, 1 for each recruit. There was once a Grey Warden archive in the wilds.
Last time I played this game, one modded the shit of
no
it.
longer afford to maintain such remote outposts. It has recently come to our attention that some scrolls have been left behind, magically sealed to protect them. Alistair, I want you to retrieve these scrolls if you can.
Yeah, I don't have any mods on this one. It's all vanilla.
It's possible the scrolls may have been destroyed or even stolen, though the seal's magic should have protected them. Only a Grey Warden can break such a seal.
I don't understand. Why leave such things in a ruin if they're so valuable?
It was assumed that we would someday return. A great many things were assumed that have not held true. The scrolls contain treaties promising support, treaties that may prove valuable in the days to come. Watch over your charges, Alistair. Return quickly and safely.
We will.
Then may the Maker watch over your path. I will see you when you return.
Oh boy. Alright, let's go, motherfuckers.
Hail. I'm told you all have business in the wilds. The gate's open for you. Just be careful out there. Even a Grey Warden won't be safe in the forest tonight.
Remember to follow the chase and trail signs to find that cache.
Let's get started. As you wish. This should be easy enough.
Up.
On it. Right. On it. This should be easy enough. As you wish. Let's get started.
I think we work well together.
Right. Show me what you've got!
Then I'll sell all the little pills.
Over here.
Dying soldier.
Who is that? Grey Wardens?
Well, he's not half as dead as he looks, is he?
My scouting band was attacked by Darkspawn. They came out of the ground. Please help me. I've got to return to camp.
I have bandages in my pack.
Thank you. I've got to get out of here.
Did you hear? An entire patrol of seasoned men killed by Darkspawn.
Calm down, sir. We'll be fine if we're careful.
Those soldiers were careful, and they were still overwhelmed. How many Darkspawn can the four of us slay? A dozen? 100? There's an entire army in these forests.
There are Darkspawn about, but we're in no danger of walking into the bulk of the Horde.
How do you know? I'm not a coward, but this is foolish and reckless. We should go back.
Sound like a coward to
I'm
me.
simply trying to stay alive. You do not see me fleeing, do you?
A bit of fear isn't unnatural, you know. Few relish meeting Darkspawn up close. I know I don't. Know
Let's
this.
just get this over with.
All Grey Wardens can sense Darkspawn. Whatever their cunning, I guarantee they won't take us by surprise. That's why I'm here.
You see, Sir Knight, we might die, but we'll be warned about it first.
That is reassuring.
That doesn't mean I'm here to make this easy, however. So let's get a move on.
Dab it. See, we'd be warned about it first. Shit.
Darkspawn. Here's the first.
No. Right. Also in Inquisition they have a button in the radio menu where you can
On it.
Don't say I didn't warn you! Dead yet?
This should be Is it just me or do you actually think you have a chance? Let's get started. Time for some fun!
Let them do it. I'll just gather up all of our shit.
Right.
There is one the Chastened Trail sign near the ruin.
Also an Inquisition, I think, so that you,
On it. This should be easy enough. Let's get started. Here we go! As you wish. This should be easy enough. Right.
level up right quick. Do some strength, cunning, and constitution. Coercion.
Let's get started.
There. Fuck you, Glennock.
On it. Move and parry, strike and kill! Let's get started. Mission. As you wish. Right. As you wish.
Boot my elbow. Keep forgetting I can just do that. I'll keep one. For Liliana later, that goes to junk. Not. Ah, shit.
You can even smell their breath.
This should be easy enough. Let's get started. Right. On it. As you wish. This should be easy enough. Show me what you've got!
Trap! Trap! On it. Let's get started.
Oh yeah.
Right.
Ashes on stones.
This should be easy enough. Either you or me, and it isn't gonna be me!
Oh look, Darkspawn. What a surprise.
It is a surprise, Gavin.
This should be easy enough. Cursed creatures! As you wish. Right. Let's get started. On it. This should be easy enough.
Stop it. Okay. Think he's over here somewhere.
Destroy the fiends. Let's get started. Right. On it. Let's get started. Right. On it. As you wish. Right.
Say your prayers! Right to the face!
Let's get started. On it. Is it just me, or do you actually think you have a chance? Time for some fun!
Hey, I'm following you, aren't I?
Open up the map and see where is the next Chasen Trail sign.
Done and done.
I already did all the chasing stuff. Like, there's no more chasing stuff.
Yes, there are.
Well, I'm not doing it. All the chasing signs lead to that chest that I picked up.
Oh, okay.
I just didn't click on any of the chasing signs because I know exactly where it's at.
No.
Well, well. What have we here? Are you a vulture, I wonder? A scavenger, poking amidst a corpse whose bones were long since cleaned? Or merely an intruder, come into these darkspawn-filled wilds of mine in search of easy prey? What say you, Scavenger or intruder? You are the intruder here. I believe the first question is rightfully
Oh, look,
mine.
it's Morrigan.
I have
Yay.
watched your progress
Also,
for some
swooping is
time.
bad.
Where do they go, I wondered. Why are they here? And now you disturb ashes none have touched for so long. Why is that?
Don't answer her. She looks chastened, and that means others may be nearby.
Oh, you fear barbarians will swoop down upon you.
Yes, swooping is bad.
She's a witch of the wilds, she is. She'll turn us into toads.
Witch of the Wilds. Such idle fancies, those legends. Have you no minds of your own? You there. Women do not frighten like little boys. Tell me your name and I shall tell you mine. And you may call me Morrigan, if you wish. Shall I guess your purpose? You sought something in that chest? Something that is here no longer?
Here no longer. You stole them, didn't you? You're some kind of sneaky witch thief.
How very eloquent. How does one steal from dead men?
Quite easily, it seems. Those documents are Grey Warden property, and I suggest you return them.
I will not, for 'twas not I who removed them. Invoke a
Nice
name that
one,
means
Alistair.
nothing here any longer if you wish. I am not threatened. 'Twas my mother, in fact. Yes, my mother. Did you assume I spawned from a log?
A thieving, weird-talking log, perhaps?
Not all in the wilds are monsters. Flowers grow as well as toads. If you wish, I will take you to my mother. 'Tis not far from here, and you may ask her for your papers if you like.
We should get those treaties, but I dislike this Morrigan's sudden appearance. It's too convenient.
She'll put us all in the pot, she will. Just you watch.
If the pot's warmer than this forest, it'd be a nice change.
Follow me then, if it pleases you.
I honestly ship Alistair and Morrigan so hard. They hate each other so much.
Greetings, Mother. I bring before you 4 Grey Wardens who...
I see them, girl. Much as I expected.
Are we supposed to believe
Yeah,
you were
same.
expecting us?
You are required to do nothing, least of all believe. Shut one's eyes tight or open one's arms wide. Either way, one's a fool.
She's a witch, I tell you. We shouldn't be talking to her.
Quiet, Davith. If she's really a witch, do you want to make her mad?
There is a smart lad. Sadly irrelevant to the larger scheme of things, but it is not I who decides. Believe what you will. And what of you? Does your elven mind give you a different viewpoint? What do you believe?
I'm not sure what to...
A statement that possesses more wisdom than it implies. Be always aware. Or is it oblivious? I can never remember. So much about you is uncertain, and yet I believe. Do I? Why, it seems I do.
So this is a dreaded Witch of the Wilds.
Witch of the Wilds, huh? Morrigan must have told you that. She fancies such tales, though she would never admit it. Oh, how she dances under the moon.
They did not come to listen to your wild tales, Mother.
True, they came for their treaties, yes? And before you begin barking, your precious seal wore off long ago. I have protected these.
You... Oh, you protected them.
And why not? Take them to your Grey Wardens and tell them this blight's threat is greater than they realize. Such manners. Always in the last place you look. Like stockings. Oh, do not mind me. You have what you came for.
Time for you to go, then.
Do not be ridiculous, girl. These are your guests.
Oh, very well. I will show you out of the woods. Follow me.
I will say that I absolutely love how they made Flemeth look in number 2 in Inquisition. Okay. Yeah.
Thea's badass.
First.
The Mabari's stable for now, but not improving. Unless I get that herb I told you about, there's not much hope. Let me see. Yeah, that's exactly it. Wonderful. Give me a moment and I'll make this into an ointment. He looks better already. I'm sure he'd thank you himself if he could. A day, maybe 2. There's enough ointment for him to make a full recovery. Why not come back after the battle? Perhaps we can see about imprinting him on you.
I'm not sure I have time to care
You'd
for
be
him.
surprised. Could be the other way round. Mabari are supremely intelligent, and they're excellent hunters and fighters. Come back after the battle and just... well, take another look.
Now to the chest.
Finished.
And to...
Hello again. Is there something you need? Some supplies,
What am I
perhaps?
using?
Let me know what you'd like.
Sell junk. Go away. Oh, another backpack. That's all mine. Sell all these wolf pelts because I don't know what I'd use them for. Okay.
Hello again. Is there something you
Okay,
need?
good.
Some supplies, perhaps? So long as you keep it quiet.
That's good. Nothing special. So I won't need it because my dog always loves me. Mm. I can afford it. I'm gonna take it. Sell this. Okay. And now we go.
So you returned from the wilds. Have you been successful? Good. I've had the Circle mages preparing. With the blood you've retrieved, we can begin the joining immediately.
There was a woman at the tower, and her mother had the scrolls. They were both very... odd.
Were they wilder folk?
I don't think so. They might be apostates. Mages hiding from the Chantry.
I know you were once a Templar, Alistair, but Chantry business is not ours. We have the scrolls. Let us focus on the joining.
I am ready.
You will need that courage to face what comes next.
Courage? How much danger are we in?
SpongeBob.
I will not lie. We Grey Wardens pay a heavy price to become what we are. Fate may decree that you pay your price now, rather than later.
Saying the ritual
As could any
kill us?
darkspawn you might face in battle. You would not have been chosen, however, if I did not think you had a chance to survive.
Let's go then. I'm anxious to see this joining now.
I agree. Let's have it done.
Then let us begin. Alistair, take them to the old temple.
The more I hear about this joining, the less I like it.
Are you blubbering again?
Why all these damn tests? Have I not earned my place?
Maybe it's tradition. Maybe they're just trying to annoy you.
Calm down.
I only know that my wife is in Highever with a child on the way. If they had warned me, it just doesn't seem fair.
Would you have come if they'd warned you? Maybe that's why they don't. The Wardens do what they must, right?
Including sacrificing us?
I'd sacrifice a lot more if I knew it would end the Blight. Yes, Sir Knight. Try not to wet your trousers until the ritual starts.
I've just never faced a foe I could not engage with my blade.
At last, we come to the joining. The Grey Wardens were founded during the First Blight, when humanity stood on the verge of annihilation, so it was that the first Grey Wardens drank of Darkspawn blood and mastered their taint.
We're going to drink the blood of those creatures.
As the first Grey Wardens did before us, as we did before you. This is the source of our power and our victory.
Those who survive the joining become immune to the taint. We can sense it in the Darkspawn and use it to slay the Archdemon.
We speak only a few words prior to the joining, but these words have been said since the first. Alistair, if you would.
Join us, brothers and sisters. Join us in the shadows where we stand vigilant. Join us as we carry the duty that cannot be forsworn. And should you perish, know that your sacrifice will not be forgotten. And that one day, we shall join you.
Davith, step forward. I am sorry, Davith. Step forward, Jory.
But I have a wife, a child.
There is
Had I
no
known...
turning back.
No, you ask too much. There is no glory in this.
I am sorry. But the joining is not yet complete. You are called upon to submit yourself to the taint for the greater good. From this moment forth, you are a Grey Warden. It is finished. Welcome.
2 more deaths. In my joining, only one of us died, but it was horrible. I'm glad at least one of you made it through.
How do you feel?
Like shit.
Such is what it takes to be a Grey Warden.
Did you have dreams? I had terrible dreams after my joining.
Such dreams come when you begin to sense the Darkspawn, as we all do. That and many other things can be explained in the months to come.
Before I forget, there is one last part to your joining. We take some of that blood and put it in a pendant. Something to remind us of those who didn't make it this far.
Take some time. When you're ready, I'd like you to accompany me to a meeting with the king. The meeting is to the west, down the stairs. Please attend as soon as you're able.
That was awesome. You know, I actually kind of feel bad for Davith. I wish that he had at least made it, you know. What's that?
Me too.
Dual striking. I have nothing.
Loghain, my decision is final. I will stand by the Grey Wardens in this assault.
You risk too much, Kalen. The Darkspawn Horde is too dangerous for you to be playing hero on the front lines.
If that's the case, perhaps we should wait for the Orlesian forces to join us after all.
I must repeat my protest to your fool notion that we need the Orlesians to defend ourselves.
It is not a fool notion. Our arguments with the Orlesians are a thing of the past, and you will remember who is king.
How fortunate Marek did not live to see his son ready to hand Ferelden over to those who enslaved us for a century.
Then our current forces will have to suffice, won't they? Duncan, are your men ready for battle?
They are, Your Majesty.
And this is the recruit I met earlier on the road? I understand congratulations are in order. Every Grey Warden is needed now. You should be honored to join their ranks.
Your fascination with glory and legends will be your undoing, Kalen. We must attend to reality.
Fine. Speak your strategy. The Grey Wardens and I draw the Darkspawn into charging our lines, and then?
You will alert the tower to light the beacon, signaling my men to charge from cover.
To flank the Darkspawn, I remember. This is the Tower of Ishal in the ruins, yes? Well, who shall light this beacon?
I have a few men stationed there. It's not a dangerous task, but it is vital.
Then we should send our best. Send Alistair and the new Grey Warden to make sure it's done.
It's not
No.
dangerous. I can
It's
do
best
it
that you
myself.
both go.
You rely on these Grey Wardens too much. Is that truly wise?
Enough of your conspiracy theories, Loghain. Grey Wardens battle the Blight no matter where they're from.
Your Majesty, you should consider the possibility of the Archdemon appearing.
There have been no signs of any dragons in the wilds.
Isn't that what your men are here for, Duncan?
Yes, Your Majesty.
Your Majesty, the tower and its beacon are unnecessary. The
We
circle
will
of
not
Magi...
trust any lives to your spells, mage. Save them for the Darkspawn.
Enough! This plan will suffice. The Grey Wardens will light the beacon.
Thank you, Loghain. I cannot wait for that glorious moment. The Grey Wardens battle beside the King of Ferelden to stem the tide of evil.
Yes, Kalen. A glorious moment for us all.
You heard the plan. You and Alistair will go to the Tower of Ishal and ensure the beacon is lit.
What? I won't be in the battle.
This is by the King's personal request, Alistair. If the beacon is not lit, Tern Loghain's men won't know when to charge.
So he needs 2 Grey Wardens standing up there holding the torch, just in case, right?
I agree with Alistair. We should be in the
That is
battle.
not your choice. If King Kalen wishes Grey Wardens to ensure the beacon is lit, then Grey Wardens will be there. We must do whatever it takes to destroy the Darkspawn, exciting or no.
I get it, I get it. Just so you know, if the king ever asks me to put on a dress and dance the Remigold, I'm drawing the line. Darkspawn or no.
Way to take
I have my
Yes,
dignity.
Alistair.
Well, some.
The tower is on the other side of the gorge from the King's camp, the way we came when we arrived. You'll need to cross the gorge and head through the gate and up to the tower entrance. From the top, you'll overlook the entire valley. We will signal you when the time is right. Alistair will know what to look for. Then I must join the others. From here, you two are on your own. Remember, you are both Grey Wardens. I expect you to be worthy of that title.
Duncan, may the Maker watch over you.
May he watch over us all.
And I'm actually gonna stop it here because I have to go get Josh from work. And then save it. And then the next time we meet, I'll be going to the Tower of his shop. Hooray!
Okay, bye.
See you later.